Yo guys, what's up, it's Krypz and welcome to another Destiny 2 fashion video. So today I'm showing you some armor that I think is amazing to transmog for your Titan. Now I have made a similar video for hunters, so if you haven't already, go and check that out. But yeah, obviously I won't be able to cover every single armor piece as this video is already going to be very long. So please comment down below any other pieces that you think is really nice for transmog. And yeah, I've split this video into segments so you could go and skip ahead to whatever armor piece you want to see. And yeah, I hope you'll enjoy this video and find it useful. So yeah, I'm going to start off with the helmets. Now Titan is not my main, so there are going to be a few pieces that I'm going to go over into the collections to show you all, as I have not got them. But I'll start off with the ones I can show you all. So the first helmet we have here is the Prodigal Helm. I've always quite liked this, mainly because like the metal plated design, also shaders very nicely as you can see. But if you don't like so much of the facial detail here, then you can also go with the hard case shell, which is quite plain but shaders very nicely. Now the Prodigal Helm was from Legendary Engrams, but it's no longer in the loot table. And as for the hard case helm, it is a rare item, so it just comes from rare drops, and this is something I'd highly recommend if you want something quite clean. Now another one I like is the Ancient Apocalypse helm. This was from the Gambit. This is also no longer obtainable, but is a very nice helmet, has a nice glow on the front here, and honestly is not too bad. Now there are some similar to this, and these would be like the Sentry helmets. So obviously they're not the exact same, but you can see some similarities. Now right here I only have the Sentry, but you can also get other variations of this helmet where the mask glow here can change to different colors, and if you do have it you can go with it. The eyes do glow as well, and overall wouldn't look too bad for like an outlaw type of set. The next one, and one of my personal favorites, is the Midnight Exigent helm. This is from the Escalation Protocol, which is no longer in the game. If you are looking for like a really nice metal plated like Siva or Warmind set, then I would highly recommend this. You can make some really nice plated looks. Pretty much the entire Escalation Protocol set is really nice, but for me the helmet and the arms are the highlights. The next one I would say is the Iron Fellowship. This was from the Iron Banner during Black Armory. Now we could see this return in the future. It's quite a clean helmet, and honestly doesn't shade it too bad. As you can see, it's nice to see that the Iron Banner logo is also shaderable. This is an issue you have with the Iron True Age, where it doesn't shader fully. Now another one I absolutely love is the Iron Will. I've used this throughout so many sets. How this shaders is so nice, except the top part here is non-shaderable, but if you do want a really clean look to your set, then I'd highly recommend this. Now another great helmet I actually used before in like an icy set, as you can see here, is the Dreambane helm. Now this is from the Shadowkeep campaign. Overall it's a really cool sort of helmet. You could even make like an astronaut set with it. You could try a lot of different looks, and it's super unique. I definitely recommend like trying some sets out of it. Then the next one is the Krypz helm. Now you can get this during like the Beyond Light campaign. Open these chests around Europa. And this overall is a really nice helmet. I've seen a load of people try like a Master Chief type of set with this, and I can agree it does look a bit like that. The visor, although it doesn't like shader too much, it can actually change quite drastically depending on some shaders, as you can see here. Now another one I quite like is the Helm of the Exile right here. Now this is the old Trials of Osiris helm. It's quite a big helmet. But overall the shape's really nice. If you're going with like a big like sharp chest or like something that sticks out, then the Leviathan helm I quite like is the normal Leviathan. So as you can see, it's the default look for it. Overall just like the design of it, with like the nice patterning going down the front. Now you could obviously go for the Prestige. The only reason why I'd recommend the normal is that you don't have to deal with this unshadable purple glow. Then some final recommendations. So we have the Wreck Titan helmet here. I don't think many people know about this, but it's quite nice if you want like a battered look. You could even use this for like a scavenger type set for the Titan. That's why I quite like it. Although it only shaders around the outside, the visor cannot shader. Something I quite like is the Shadows helm from the Crown of Sorrows. It's also been something I quite like, although this is unshadable on here and also the gem. So that's the only issues, but I think it's a really nice like sharp design to your set. Now another helmet I was unable to obtain and have to show you in collections is the Scatterhorn helm. This is from the Forsaken World drops. This is overall quite nice for a scavenger look. And another one that is quite nice is the Exodus Down from Nessus Packages. I highly recommend this if you want like a very plain and simple like Halo sort of look to your set. This is really good for that kind of look as well. And then finally I want to show the Vault of Glass helmet. Obviously this raid is accessible to all players. This is an absolutely amazing helmet. I would highly recommend going and getting this if you don't already have it. As you can see, it shades extremely well and is great if you want to try and create a Vex look to your set. So now moving on to some arms. So here we have the Midnight Exigent gauntlets. Now these look extremely cool, give off that Warmind look to it, and it's great for like a Seaver Titan. I also made like an infected Seaver Titan before, which if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It is on my fashion builds playlist on the channel, but I think these are really cool for that. Unfortunately they are no longer obtainable as they were from Escalation Protocol in year 1. Then the next set of arms is the Brazen Grips from the Vault of Glass. This is the returned raid which is free to all players. Obviously like I said with the helmet, if you want a Vex look, this looks really cool. Even without like the helmet and the other pieces, these arms just look really nice in general. They fully shader, which is actually perfect for them. Now the next set of gauntlets is the Prodigal gauntlets. These were from Legendary Engrams. They give like a nice sharp metal look. These are quite nice and I know a few people might like these, and that's why I decided to show them. Here they are as well with no shader. Then next up, I don't see this a lot, but use the Tangled Web. Now I wanted to show this as they do shader quite well, and if you are looking for like a scavenger type look, then I think these are absolutely perfect for that. Now this is from old legendaries which are no longer in the game. Then next up we have the Crushing Guard. Now you can actually get these, they're called Coda in the Prophecy Dungeon, but you can get these from there right now. The only reason why I'm showing these is, again, I wouldn't personally use these, but I know a lot of people might like this. I don't like shoulders which go like crazy standing out, but these also can look pretty good in some sets. Then next we have the Iron True Age gauntlets. This is from the Iron Banner and is actually in the Iron Banner this season. So we got Iron Banner coming up on Tuesday, so if you cannot, go and grab these. Really unique design. I've always liked stuff like this in games where it's like dragons on the shoulders or like some sort of like animal skull, and to have like these nice like wolves sticking out, I think it's just a really unique look. Now the only issue you're going to have with this is the unshadable gold, but still looks really nice in a set. Then next are the Legacy Oath gauntlets. Now these are from the Deepstone Crypt raid. These honestly don't look bad overall. They provide like a pink glow. You can pair it very nicely with the Virtuous pieces and even the Chrysler Cream to make a nice Dune Matches set. Now another pair of arms I quite like, the Iron Remembrance, as you can see here. So I just really like the sort of design of this, as well as the Fellowship, like how the curves are in this. I just think these type of arms are super unique and they can look really cool in most sets. And this is from the Black Armory and the Remembrance is from Forsaken, although like I said, they tend to return a bunch of like old Iron Banner gear, so these could come back in the future. Then next we have the Iron Will gauntlets. Again, the Titan Iron Banner gear is just really nice. Like with the helmet, it's quite a simplistic design and quite nice for like a nice clean look. Then next we have the Grips of the Exile. So these are quite big, but they actually look really nice in a lot of like heavy plated gear. And this is from the old Trials of Osiris loot pool. Obviously there's new gauntlets to replace them. Actually I could go ahead and show you all them right now. So these are the new ones. I wouldn't so much recommend the new ones for Transmog, as they're very like uniquely designed and it would be very hard to pair these with most pieces. So if you do have these, then I would recommend them for Transmog. Then next up we have the Hardcase Brawlers and also the RPC Valiant. These are both rare blue items. I just really like how these are designed. They both shader extremely well, so here's the RPC and then here is the Hardcase. They're both very well designed pieces. If you want something quite simplistic, I'd recommend these for sort of like Halo inspired sets, as they're very plain, they don't have any like patternings, and they look quite nice overall. And also with the RPC variant, I noticed when looking through the armor again, I noticed that the Reverie Dawn gear from the Dream and City is extremely similar design. So if you do have these and you like this sort of more detailed look to them, then I'd get this, and you can pretty much just get it from Dream and City activities. And then finally we also have the Wing Discipline. I've always liked this because they're very unique. Spiky design obviously, It's going to be harder to pair with a lot more pieces, but I can definitely see some really nice scavenger sets coming out using this. Now I want to show you some pieces which I didn't obtain on my Titan because I didn't play enough. But as you can see, we have like all like the Gambit arms from Gambit Prime. Now obviously it's no longer obtainable, otherwise I would have them. But depending on which like Invader or Collector, the glow could change. I always thought it was a really nice set of arms in general, just how they were designed. And then something I have not yet obtained somehow, but look really good, is the Forged Machine Gauntlets. I quite like these for like a techie look, and these are currently dropping from Legendary Engrams. Then we also have these Shadow Gauntlets. These look really cool. I was really sad that I couldn't get these. I did play a few times on Crown of Sorrows on my Titan, I just didn't play enough to be able to get them. And this is the one that kills me the absolute most, is that I did not play Scourge at all on my Titan. But here's the Bulletsmith's arms. These are so cool, and I just wish I got them. If you want like a really big heavy plated set, I think these are the absolute best arms you could get. And a quick final mention before I forget, use the Lightkin pieces. They add some really unique fur, that's why I recommend it. It's quite cool, and it comes from the new override activity. Now moving on to some chest plates. So the first one I'll show you is one I've actually transmogged, and is the substitutional alloy plate. Now this is from the Season of Undying Pass, and this is the non-ornament version. I do hope Bungie go for more designs like this in the future, but it's a nice rusted look. If you do want to make like a time lost Titan, then obviously you can do this sort of look with it. So as you can see here, looks very nice, has some leaves on the back as well. Then the next one is the Prodigal Cuirass. Now obviously it's from Legendaries. I think I've pretty much suggested all the Prodigals so far, mainly because it actually follows along with many like Halo armor designs. If you actually look at this and look at a lot of Halo armor, this is perfect for that sort of torso design, but also the back here looks really nice and cool. So you know, you could try and like make this look somewhat like a jetpack, and then you could just make a really nice like Halo set here. Now another one I quite like is the Wildwood plate. It's from the EDZ packages. I've always quite liked this for like a military look, and it is very easy to get. It's fully shaderable and doesn't look too bad. Another one is the Scatterhorn plate. This from old Legendaries, no longer obtainable, but it's a very unique tubing going around the top here. Great with like the Tangled Web arms to create like a nice scavenger set. And similarly we have the Tangled Web plate, also no longer obtainable, but follows along with that same scavenger look to the set. Now the next one, and something most people could have seen coming, is the Devastation Complex. This from old Legendaries is very nice. You could even use the Phoenix Strife, but obviously you can get rid of the pattern in here, and yeah, it shaders very well. There is an ornament for the Phoenix Strife that I do have, and I'm waiting for them to fix in Transmog. And what it does, it adds these like feather tip bits. I'll show you right now on screen. It looks absolutely amazing, and I can't wait for Bungie to be able to like update it and allow me to use it. Now another chest I quite like is the Wild Hunt. I don't know if many would agree with me on this, but I just really like how it is designed for quite minimalistic look. It comes from Wrathborn Hunt, so most people can try and get this. Then moving on, so some Iron Banner gear which I quite like. I mainly just really like the Iron Fellowship and the Iron Will. These are not too bad. The only problem with Iron Will is the green straps here that go on the back as well. The Iron Fellowship though has some nice curves to it, and it's actually like fully shaderable, which is really nice. And these both could drop from the Iron Banner, but obviously we'll have to wait until they re-release the armor. Then the next one is the Crystalline. This is great for like a bulky set. I made a really nice like Icefall mantle set with it, so you can sort of create something like that with the set. And this is from Beyond Light. Overall definitely worth getting if you do have the DLC. Now a bit like the Sovereign plate here, you could get the Carrack Type 2 from Legendaries. It literally follows the same design but doesn't have like the new Monarchy stuff on it, so you could definitely go with this for more of a bulkier look to your set if you do sort of like that. Then the next one is the Scorned Baron plate, again for that scavenger look. Drops from Legendaries and is quite nice, shaders extremely well. Obviously in this set here doesn't look too good, but if you do use more like torn pieces then you can make it look really cool. The next is the Plate of the Exile from the old Trials of Osiris. Again, an absolutely incredible design, fully shaderable, and it looks really nice in general. Now another one that I really like is the Moonfang. Obviously you do have this unshadable yellow going across the chest here, but the actual design of the plating on this, and I made like a really Disco Titan set before, and I really quite like that one. And then finally moving on to some final pieces, so we have the RPC Valiant again, so very nice, like just clean and simple design, and it's also fully shaderable, and then also the hard case as well. Then we also have the Kabaz Wrath, this from the Vault of Glass, a really nice design on the whole like set here. As you can see, it's also fully shaderable, so I would recommend trying to get this from Vault of Glass. And then finally, one of my favourites is the Pyrrhic Ascent for the Titan. Now this is the new Trials of Osiris loot. As you can see here, nice spiky design. I actually quite like this with the exotic arms that they shoot through shields. I forgot the name of it again. But these look really good with that. Now again, I want to show like the Gambit Prime like plates. These also look really cool. They have that nice glow on the right hand side here. Obviously depending on which like version you got of it, like the Collector, the Invader. If you want a red glow, obviously it's Invader, Collector is white. So this looks really cool as well. Then moving on to the boots. Now the first ones I Transmog was the Righteous. I really like these from the Season of Dawn. As you can see, the Virtuous ornament here pretty much just gets rid of the glow. I've used this for so many sets because I just really like the general design of these. Then the next one I recommend is the Wildwood from EDZ Packages. Again, if you want a bit more of like a hardened look with nice netting and little bits coming through, then I think that's quite good of a design. Now another pair of boots I quite like is the Crushing Greaves. Now there is the Coda version from the Prophecy dungeon you can go and get. It's nice they're symmetrical, so they will pair very well in many sets, and they are fully shaderable as well. Then we have the Midnight Exigent. So again, like the arms and the helmets, they look really nice, and these would be great for like a Siva set. And another pair of boots I don't see at all. Again, the Gambit Prime gear is incredible. I had the Collector boots, so obviously I could show them here with a white glow. But I just love how these are designed, and I think they're very unique. And if you can, then go ahead and transmog them. Now if you do want something quite similar to those boots, I found the Calamity Rig, which is from Gambit Weeklies, to look quite similar. Here's some sort of like snake trail pattern. So if you don't have those, then you could try it with these as well, although you will have to be careful as it does shader differently with some shaders. Then another pair of boots I quite like is the Wild Hunt Greaves. You could simply get these from Wrathborn Hunts. These are quite good as well if you want a little bit of glow, and if your set is asymmetrical, then this could flow with it. Then next we have the Legacy Oath Greaves. I've always liked these because of the wire design. I made a nice red set before with these, and it was a nice Siva set. But yeah, you can get this from the Deepstone Crypt raid, and I would recommend it if you can get it. Then next we have the Christ the Queen boots. These are amazing. I made like I showed you earlier, the Icefall Mantle set. Great for like a snowy set, obviously because of the boots mainly. There are these little like unshadable bits here, but honestly it's completely fine. These shader very well, and again I would recommend some lighter colours with this, maybe some whites and light blues. So next we have the RPC Valiant. As I showed you earlier, the Reverie Dawn is a very similar design to these, but these are like a less detailed version, and these are fully shadeable and are blues, so fairly easy to get. And then here's the hard case if any of you are wondering. Honestly don't think these look bad. Obviously it was just the shader I had on them then that made them look weird, but they're good for like just simple hard plated gear again. And something I've always quite liked as well is the Wrecked Titan Greaves. As you can see here, it gets rid of one of the plating and it gives it like a little scuff mark, so it is good for like a damaged guardian. And then here's the new Vault of Glass ones as well. I just love these razor bits at the like top of the leg here. It's also fully shaderable, which is fantastic, and free players can get this as well, so that's why I highly recommend getting them. And if you do like the curved designs of like the Iron Banner gear, then the Iron Remembrance can look quite nice. Here's Iron Trade as well, which I really like. Unfortunately that gold is not shaderable. And then another pair of Iron Banner boots is the Iron Will, although the only issue is you have to deal with these green straps. Now some other nice boots you can use is the Bulletsmith from the Scourge of the Past raid. Unfortunately I didn't get them, but they're very good for like a techie look. Now another pair of boots which I find to be really good are the Forged Machinist Greaves. Now these drop from legendary engrams and are very good for like a tech heavy looking type of set. These also shade extremely well, so you can use these across so many different sets. So yeah, I do recommend going out and trying to get these boots. So now it's time to move on to the mark. But yeah, I don't have too many that I like in this game. Use the wildwood if you want like a nice torn look for a scavenger set. You could go with a few darker colours, and this is from the EDZ packages. Another one I quite like is Exodus Down as well from Nessus. These are great for new players, and it shaders fairly well. Then something I see quite a bit is the Reverie Dawn from Dream City Gear. Overall not too bad of a design, shaders somewhat pretty good. The only issue you're going to find is this like silver lining going down, that isn't shaderable. Then next we have the Substitutional Alloy from the Season of Undying. The leaf design, if you do want a rusted time lost look, then I would highly recommend it. And then again we do have the Gambit Prime gear, honestly one of the best like sets they've made for the Titan in my opinion. I just love this glow design on the side, unfortunately no longer obtainable. And then here's the Tangled Web. If you want like a lot of piping and like tornness and you want like a nice rusted look, then I think this is perfect for that sort of thing. Then next we have the Legacy's Oath from the Deepstone Crypt Raid. Honestly not too bad of a design, but I just mainly like how the legs are fully exposed. If you do want like your legs exposed and then the back end just to be the mark, then I think this is pretty much the best one you can get. Then the Mark of the Great Hunt from the Last Wish Raid is pretty much a longer, more armoured version of the Reverie Dawn, and also has barely any unshadable parts whatsoever, just these little yellow bits here. There is a bit of clipping going on, and you will notice that quite a lot with some armour pieces. And then something else I don't really see is the Temptations Mark from the Garden of Salvation. I really like this for like a Vex look, as you can see with like the conflux patterning, and then here's like the patterning for the door of a Vex door. So overall not bad, and it also shaders the glow. Then next we have the Christ Decree, great for like an icy set with some like supplies on the back here, or if you want some form of like luggage on your character, then this is great. Then two marks, Mark of the Colliders and Mark of the Unassailable. These are quite minimal. The mark is on the right hand side here. Now with the Unassailable, the white is not shadable, and then on the Collider, this grey isn't shadable here, so you will have to be careful with both of these. But if you want something quite minimal, then I recommend that. You could also use the Memory Arcade as well from Legendary Engrams, although the Arcade symbol here isn't shaderable. Then we have the Holdfast. I only really like this for like a heavy plated look. It's not too bad, and it doesn't add the yellow like it does on the Ornament. Then next we have the Leviathan Normal. There's no difference really between the Prestige and Normal, but I just really like the design and the patterning going up. You could also make a nice Cabal set with this as well, as you can see, so that wouldn't look too bad either. Then next we have the Pyrrhic Ascent. Honestly one of my favourites. There's a really cool like Charles design down the side here. The only issue you're going to have is it's fairly well designed, so it won't pair with a lot of like playing gear. Then we have the Dreambane Mark. This is from the Moon. You get this through the Shadowkeep story, but overall it's a really nice torn look, and I use this in my Necrotic set for the Titan. If you haven't already, go and check that out. That's also a really nice set you can make. And then also use the Lightkin for any of you which want any fur on your set. Maybe you want to make like an Iron Wolf, so this could be pretty cool for that sort of look, and it's from the Override activity. And then two marks which I really love on this set is the Brave Titans Mark and the Tattered Titans Mark from the Red War campaign. Pretty much a torn version, and then like a very clean version. Pretty much like it because it shows the Titan symbol, and I just think it's a really nice mark. Now some other really nice marks, if you want a heavy plated set, then you could use the Bulletsmiths from the Scourge of the Past. Also has some Black Armory symbols, so you could theme it around the Black Armory. And then the one I wish I had, this really cool last one here, is the Light of the Great Prism from the Vault of Glass, and this glow can actually shader as well. This is my absolute favourite, and I actually did Vault of Glass this week on my Titan, only needing the mark, and I did not get it at all, so I'm going to have to wait until next reset. But this is also a really nice mark that I'd highly recommend getting, and is available to all players. So yeah, that's pretty much all the armor I wanted to show you all for Transmog. Now obviously there is going to be pieces that I didn't show, due to me not wanting the video to be extremely long. So if there is anything you really like and I missed out, then go and comment it down below. But yeah, I do want to say again, thank you all so much for 20,000 subscribers. That is absolutely incredible. The growth on the channel's been insane lately, and I cannot thank you all enough for that. So yeah, if you do like this video, please drop a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. But yeah, I do really hope this video helps you all out. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video.